to our recap of the premiere of The Amazing Race, Season 26.
Can you believe it? Oh my god, I feel so old.
This year is especially special.
There's 6 existing couples in the lineup, and there's 5 couples meeting for the very first time, aka hashtag blind date, on the mat.
It's a blind date around the world!
Oh my god!
I love that.
I think it's great. I'm so excited for this season. I'm loving it.
Yeah, if you want to hear all of our thoughts on the cast for this season, check out our cast assessment video.
The link will be in the info box. Alright, so Phil wants to know, how long before you're just yourself? You know, when you start farting in front of your whatever.
What's your answer?
I would give about 5 years.
Oh god! Alright, so this race is starting off with a little mud run.
A little mud run? That was nasty.
Yeah, so they had to complete one of those. It was kind of like a mini Tough Mudder, like really mini Tough Mudder.
At least it wasn't like a tough mudder where there was people beating you up.
Or getting electrocuted.
Yeah, that's not cool. But there was that ice water bath at the end.
That was rough.
Oh.
So at the end of the run, there are 8 plane tickets for the first flight and 3 for the second flight, which is 45 minutes later.
We're going to Tokyo.
Yay!
And then to somewhere else. Or was it? No, it was Taipei and then Tokyo, I think.
Yeah,
because it was connecting.
Okay, so the winner of the first leg gets a special treat. Not only bragging rights, but the Express Pass!
I love the Express Pass.
So you really want to win that first leg.
Hell
it's a huge
yeah,
advantage.
It is huge. So there's also something very bad. It's a U-turn.
Not just a U-turn, though.
A blind U-turn. Because it's a blind date.
Oh my god.
For 5 couples anyway.
Yeah. So let's just tell you who didn't make the first flight. And they're 45 minutes behind.
Haley and Blair, the doctor nurse.
They just missed it, and Blair seemed so pissed at Haley.
Yeah. Mike and Rochelle, they seem a little slow to get started.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And Libby and CJ. Do they know they're on The Amazing Race?
Doesn't seem like it.
Alright.
But anyway.
They got to drive some really cool titanium Fords to the airport.
Alright.
Those were really cool.
Yeah, so once they got there, they have a while before their flight, so they're just hanging out, getting to know each other. This is a good opportunity for those blind dates to blossom.
If you're Haley and Blair, that butt never opened.
It really seems like he is not feeling it.
She was like, you seem like you're 35, and he's like,
excuse me.
No ma'am, I am not 35.
Every time she says something, he's just like,
yeah.
So, not a good start for them.
Then Team New Kids on the Block came over, and she was like,
well, what do you do?
Oh, I'm in a boy band.
I'm a singer.
I was in a boy band.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, what do you sing? Step by Step. Oh my god! Are you in NSYNC?
It's funny though, because she actually saw, I thought she said New Kids on the Block when they were touring with Backstreet Boys.
Oh, okay. Cool. You know what I really love this season?
Selfie cams.
That is so cool. I love that they're doing that, but it's kind of disturbing because it's like, where do those things go?
What do you mean?
They're not really like phones.
Well, I guess they couldn't give them phones because that wouldn't be fair.
No.
But, I mean, it's fun to document your journey, especially if the blind date people end up together. You know what I mean? That's fun.
That would be really cool. Besides, they have all that footage from the show.
Yeah, but you got pictures.
Alright, so once they get to Tokyo, they gotta find the shrine, and Haley and Blair are lost.
Yeah.
They're just lost.
And eventually we find out that Haley was right. And Blair was like, oh man, this is the first time I'm wrong in my whole life.
Yeah, I'm sure not. Alright, and Libby and CJ, they were also lost. They were really lost. Yeah. Alright, so it's
they slowed it down and were like, what? You know you're lost when they slow down the video.
Yeah. Alright, so it's a detour It's either Sinking Steps or Samurai Sake.
Alright, so let's talk about Sinking Steps first.
This was amazingly cool.
Was one of the coolest detours ever. They have to perform a routine.
Choreographed routine.
With a pop group.
But it's like
this new style that they're doing where you sync your steps together, but it's like a robot
so
thing.
Cool.
And then...
Yeah. It's really cool. And it's not easy. And Samurai Sake was, you have to memorize 10 sakes, which...
You have to match the name with the symbol.
Right. But you also have to take an order from a whole room of... Fill my box with the sake!
Rowdy sake drinkers.
Yeah. And you have to get it right. You have to, in your name...
Pick out the right sake.
Yeah. It wasn't easy.
But you only had to get one right, so that's cool.
So that's pretty easy.
So let's talk about that first. Team New Kid, they got it on the first try.
Right, Saki?
Yeah.
Alright, so also Jeff and Jackie were the only other ones to do that first.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And I think they got it on like the second try.
Yeah, they got it pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was definitely the detour to do.
I think it was way easier. I mean, some of these people could not get the choreography down.
You mean the hairstylists? Oh no, so many mistakes!
Did you notice the number of dancers dramatically decreased?
We gotta get home!
As it got darker.
We have a life!
Yeah.
Alright, so 25 times. 25!
I mean, a lot of teams were really struggling. Mike and Rochelle, 14 tries. Jeff and Lyda, 23 times. They were the last ones there.
Those poor guys. I mean, because you could only do one trial at a time.
Yeah.
So when you add it all, they must have done it hundreds of times.
I'm sure, yeah.
Well, like we said, it's the blind U-turn. And nobody chose to U-turn anybody until Mike and Rochelle got there.
They thought it's do or die, and they were like, Jeff and Lyda, we're U-turning you.
That really sucks.
They weren't even in last.
No. Alright, and then when Jeff and Lyda got there and they saw that they were U-turned, they were like, oh S.
Crap.
Who were we gonna U-turn? And they ended up U-turning Jeff and Jackie. I don't know whether they didn't realize who they were or what.
I think maybe they hadn't seen them at all, so...
Oh, okay, yeah, because they did the sake.
They could have been behind them,
right,
yeah.
Right.
So, then Jeff and Lyda go and do the sake.
And they got it on the first try, which was really great. So
yeah.
I was really rooting for them to, like, make it.
But we'll get there.
Okay.
Let's talk about the teams that arrived before them.
Well, the pit stop was at a parking space.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's really difficult to get a parking spot in Tokyo.
Buy that. It's a major city.
There's like millions of people, and they had to find the parking spot that was in the vicinity of the UDX building.
Now, in the vicinity is very important for this pit stop. Those instructions need to be like boldened.
Just ask lawyers Jelani and Jenny. They are very hung up on the wording on things because they are lawyers.
Yeah.
So they were able to find it because they did not go inside.
Mm-hmm.
They looked around outside. So they came in first and they won the express pass.
I like these two.
I think he really likes her.
Seems like
and
it.
I think she's, you know...
warming up to him.
Yes. So in second place, Jeff and Jackie, who should have been in first.
Yeah, they totally had this, but then they blew it by looking inside.
I think the two of them are really hitting it off so far as well.
I think a lot of the blind dates are.
I think so. Laura and Tyler, another blind date, in third.
Mm-hmm.
Allie and Steve in fourth. Harley and John.
Don't do that all season.
I love those two. I
know.
want to see the two of them get married because I think they're just so adorable together. Bergen and Kurt. March him down to the altar right now. I think
Kurt.
it's love at first sight.
Kurt!
I think these two are great together.
Seventh, Mike and Rochelle.
How could you U-turn? Oh, made me so angry.
Yeah.
Haley and Blair. These two might be coming around.
We'll see. I don't know.
And then Matt and Ashley in ninth. So it really came down to Libby and CJ and Jeff and Lyda.
I don't know if it was just the editing or what, but it seemed really close.
I think it might have been. Libby and CJ, they couldn't find a taxi that spoke English that would take them to where they had to go. They couldn't get to the U-turn for the longest time. They seem pretty clueless.
Yeah, and then they made the mistake of going inside the building, but they had enough of a lead that they ended up at the pit stop first.
Which means that Jeff and Lyda were eliminated, which really broke my heart because I thought it was going to be a real big comeback, you know. They went and they did the other side of the
It seemed
detour.
like they were going to pull it off, but...
was not to be. So, I really like them. I'm sad to see them go. Next time, however, can the existing couple step it up or what?
I don't know.
Because
they're kind of blowing it.
The blind dates are pretty much dominating at this point.
They are.
So, let us know what you thought in the comments.
Who are your favorites?
Which detour would you have done? I would have done the sake.
I don't know. I might have gone with Sinking Steps just because I have that dance background.
Yeah,
so.
But I didn't. So if we were a team, that would be a big mistake.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Much love.
Edit.